Electronics, damn trickin'. Electronics, there's no escape. Electronics, damn trickin'. Electronics, there's no escape.
Aw yeah, Rivers here with some cool tech, and this is the Nextway F9X 9.7 inch tablet. This guy's got a nice high-resolution 1048 by 1536 screen. It's powered by the new Allwinner A31 quad-core CPU. It's got PowerVR graphics, 2 gigs of DRAM, 16 gigs of NAND flash, an 8000 mAh battery, and Android 4.1.1. It's got front and back cameras and a nice sounding speaker. All this comes together to make a solid performing tablet. Here are all your ports and buttons on the F9X. From left to right, you've got the escape button, headphones jack, mini HDMI, microphone, micro USB, micro SD card slot, DC power, and your power button. Here's a nice bonus of the F9X. You don't have to buy a screen protector, it actually comes with one. Even my iPad didn't include a screen protector. The nice thing about this screen is almost the exact same size and shape as an iPad screen. So here's an iPad screen protector, and you can see it fits pretty much exactly on here. So you know you'll always have an easy time finding a substitute screen protector for the F9X. I like the F9X's shape too because it has a squared off edge that doesn't dig into your palm while you're reading. The sharp edge on my iPad always bothered me when I'd hold it up to read a long article. Let's take a look at what you'll see when you boot up the F9X for the first time. It's got a cool beach live wallpaper that looks really good on the high resolution display. For me, I noticed even if I look really close at the screen, I can't see any individual pixels. The launcher that comes with it works pretty well and it does everything that you need to do, but I prefer Go Launcher for more options, and also it's a lot, I think, easier to use. Here you can see all the programs that come with it. It's got that 4K video playing app, which actually works pretty well, and just all your different programs that come pre-installed, and here's your widgets, just basically stock Jelly Bean right here. The settings are pretty standard as well. You've got an Ethernet option, you've got Wi-Fi that works really good, there's one option to do screen captures, and here's your storage. You've got 2 gigs for apps, and the other about 12 gigs you've got for MP3s, videos, pictures, all that sort of thing. Now I like to benchmark all my devices under the same situation that I would be normally running it from day to day. So I've installed Go Launcher HD on here, which is my favorite, and then I've got a live wallpaper and a whole bunch of different apps that I like to run all the time. So this might slow it down just a tad. First, let me show you how good the high resolution screen looks on here. So I'll go ahead and take a screen capture of the desktop and we'll look it up in Quick Pick, and you can see on here you can really zoom in and it still looks good. That's because it's captured at 1048 by 1536 instead of the regular 1920 by 1080. So I'm pretty happy with the screen. It looks good and it actually plays videos in HD really nicely as well. So the first thing I wanted to show you was the video playback capability of this tablet, and it worked pretty well. I think that A31 processor is actually geared towards video decoding and encoding, so it does a good job on there. And I used also MX Player and it worked really well as well. You can also output the video from this to your TV using the mini HDMI plug. The output is only in 720p though, and it was a little bit jumpy, so hopefully a software update will fix that. Next up, I'll run the benchmarking app LinPack, and this just does a quick CPU benchmark, and it's getting pretty respectable scores, between 90 and 100, so that's actually pretty good, about double what a lot of Android mini PCs get, especially considering the resolution of this tablet, so I'm happy with that. I also ran Antutu on here, which benchmarks all the different components on your system and then gives you one overall score, and it did pretty good. My Samsung Galaxy S3 gets about this same score, although it's super bogged down with a million different apps, but pretty happy with this score. Next, let's look at some more details about the CPU. So you can see here it's a quad-core ARM-based CPU, and it goes up to 1 GHz. Now I'm going to run Root Checker on here, which verifies that yes, we do have root access, so you can run all sorts of good tweaking apps on this tablet. Here's how your internet surfing works on the F9X. So I'm using Dolphin browser, and I think it was already running in the background. Loaded up Google News, and it seems to scroll nice and fast. Zooming works pretty well once it's loaded, and the internet's pretty quick on this tablet also. I'm happy with it. Here's a comparison with the F9X versus my iPad 3, both running Dolphin browser. It was already loaded in the background, and loading up Google News, it goes up a little bit quicker on the iPad 3, but they're both pretty snappy on it. You have to consider also that the F9X costs about half the price of the iPad. Now it's time for some gaming demos. First up is Dead Trigger. It plays really well. The load time between levels is a little slow, but the gameplay itself works really nice, and I think it looks great on this HD screen. Next up is Temple Run 2, and it plays nice and fast on this tablet. The gyro works great, and the screen looks just awesome. Next I played Asphalt 7. Now this game really pushes the hardware to the limit, but it worked really well overall. I actually enjoy it a lot more on the tablet than on my phone. The experience is just so much better with the big screen. The gameplay was great on all the apps, but the load time was slow on all of them, so I wonder if the NAND memory in this tablet's a little bit slow or something like that. But still, the play itself is what matters, and that's nice and fast. This is one of the classics, Fruit Ninja, one of my all-time favorites, just good stress reliever, and you can see the multi-touch works well on here. And the gameplay was nice and fast, just like on any other device I've played on. And finally we've got Alpha Wave. I've always loved Galaga and Space Invaders when I was a kid, and this is like a souped up version of that for your tablet. It plays awesome on here, and you don't have to bother hitting any fire buttons, it just auto fires for you. This tablet has finally convinced me that gaming is just so much better on tablets than on phones. The big screen just makes the user experience so much realer and so much easier to see. Overall, the Nextway F9X is a solid tablet with a good display and a great price. In fact, it's about half the price of an iPad. I'll put a link to this tablet in the video description down below, as well as any updated information I get about the tablet. If you enjoyed this video, hit that little like button down there and give me a thumbs up. That'll help out so much. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure and subscribe to my channel, Some Cool Tech. I'll keep you updated with all the latest videos that way. And as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.